What's going on? What's up? How you doing? It's Beastmaster. We're live on Carnival Spirits, and I've got a guest today. We're going to bring him on the live stream, and we're going to talk about some shit. We're going to talk about some rap. We're going to talk about some ghost hunting. So we got a very special guest, and I'm not going to waste any time. I'd like you guys to welcome MADECIPHA. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Live from New Haven, Connecticut, in the building.
New Haven, Connecticut. Hell yeah. And of course, I'm in the North Shore, Massachusetts. We're about 3 hours apart, same time zone.
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah. So your dreads are looking crazy long. You still haven't cut them, huh?
No, no, they rip. They don't get any longer. They just get to my knees, and then they kind of like pieces tear off them, so they just kind of stay about at my knees.
Okay, so they do have like a limit.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think they're gonna be like dragging on the floor anytime soon, but yeah, it's they're pretty long.
Yeah, I mean, I know a few people that have dreadlocks, but you absolutely have the most epic fucking dreads I've ever seen.
There's a couple mass ninjas that I know that like Bato got some pretty good dreads.
Yeah, Boppo's dreads are right there with you. And yeah, there are a couple of them. Yeah,
there's a couple of them that I know that got some long dread that like started theirs when I started mine, and we both still have them. It's nice to see that people that have them, they just turned 18 in early October, so it's nice to see people that have them like that time span. But yeah, I don't have any plans on cutting them anytime soon or anything like that.
Do you know? I think his name's Johnny. He's in the Juggalo Island music video. Do you know that dude?
Nah.
I don't think his name's Johnny. I'm fucking up his name. But if you watch Juggalo Island, the music video, they filmed it at the Gathering. There's a dude with long dreadlocks. He's from our area too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. But yeah, MADECIPHA, dude, I'm happy to have you on the live stream today because
thanks for having me. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like
I came back from my girls today to do this. I was excited about it.
Right on. There's a few reasons though, because one, you're an interesting motherfucker, and so it's fun to pick your brain. And two, I've known you for like a decade now, and I like chopping it up with friends on this channel. And three, you pulled me out of retirement and got me to rap again. So I'm very grateful to you for doing that. And people don't know. Some people don't know that I used to fucking rap, and I'm coming back. I got an album.
Are you coming back now? Are you coming back? Are you going to make that BstMstR LP?
I mean, I got Rhinoglyphics, but I dropped that in 2012. So it's been 8 years, you know.
So we're gonna have a follow up now that you got.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I got.
I'm glad that I asked you to do the song. It came out really good. We're gonna talk about that later, I'm sure. But I'm glad that as I was making the album, I'm like, who could I get on this? And I'm like, let me get BstMstR. Since the day you came to my studio that time and we chopped it up and we did in the tunnels with MADECIPHA and everything like that, I've been meaning to like get you on a song, but it had to be like the right song. And I was like going through the whole thing, and it just kind of worked out. And yeah, man, you definitely you delivered on that track. I'm definitely happy to have you on it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. So what we're actually going to do today is we're gonna look at your rap career, and we're gonna do like an album retrospective. Like we're gonna actually look at your discography, and I've got it right here. And you've basically been putting out like an album a year for the past fucking 10 years.
Sometimes two.
Right. No, you have more than 10 albums.
Yeah, sometimes I put out an EP and an album, or like a B-side album and an album.
That's not the only stack. I also have these. So, I mean, I've got a bunch more here. The ones that are not in the jewel cases, you know.
Yeah.
So I want to start off by saying another thing that you actually did a show back in 2008, and it was I believe it was a Valentine's Day themed show.
The Cupid Could Kiss My Ass show.
Yes, the Cupid Can Kiss My Ass show. Now,
I have the flyer for that show still.
yeah, I do too. I mean, somewhere the digital, like, you know, JPEG I've got. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know this. I might have told you like back then, but you probably forgot. Like I was so green as a rapper back then. Like I had only done one show. Okay, so that show was my second ever performance.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that at the when you came down and we did the interview for the Tunnels with MADECIPHA.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning something. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember you saying that doing that show had some significance to you. And
right.
And yeah.
Well, I'll tell you again, because to me it's a special memory, because we did a few shows together. I mean, I did one of those Easter slaughter shows. It was at Tamby, right?
Tamby, the 420 show. Yeah. Right.
So we've done a bunch of shows, but my first ever performance was at the Gathering of the Juggalos in Cave and Rock in 07. And that's when I caught the bug. I was like, I want to do more shows. So you were the first one to book me on a show after that experience.
Oh, okay, cool. So it was like your first like venue show.
Yes.
And it was at Toad's place.
Yes.
Up in the release pad. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Now, and the other thing is, I was actually sick. I had like a flu or a cold, and so I felt like shit. Like I did not feel good that day, but I still just powered through it, and I thought we did okay. I mean, but I remember I was under the weather that night.
To be honest with you, I don't remember how you did. I don't remember how I did. I don't remember a lot of stuff from back in the day, but
no
doubt. I remember that you were there and that we kicked it. And I remember stuff like that. I remember asking when I hung out with Shaggy Two Dope from Insane Clown Posse on the tour bus. They came to Toad's place for a Dark Lotus show.
Okay.
And I worked at Toad's place, and I got to be the runner that like did all the running around. And basically, me and my girlfriend got to hang out with Shaggy and stuff like that. And I had all these questions. And at the time, I think it was like 2008 or 2009, and I was asking him about the prom night show, and I was asking him about this and that, and all these legendary shows that us juggalos know about. And like his answer kind of caught me off guard a little bit. He's like, brother, he's like that show. He's like, we dressed it up as a prom night. There was dudes in tuxes, girls in dresses, and everything like that. Blah blah blah. He's like, I don't really remember much about the show, but I could tell you what happened afterwards. And he's like he's like the chick I went home with, or the party that we had, or whatever. He's like, those are the things that I remember. And I remember that was 11 years ago. And at the time, I'm like, how do you not remember the show? Now, 11 years later, looking back, I don't really remember much of the shows, and I remember the shit that happened afterwards. It's the same thing. So I'm like, I get it. Like, I remember like, doing this show, and we maybe did this song, and if there's film or footage, which I always try to get, that like, I can remember the show itself, but like the things that stand out to me are like hanging out with girls, hanging out with my homies, smoking weed and like outside ciphering. Shit like that is the stuff that like really like sticks in my mind, like of the whole. It's been what, like since 2003 I've been doing this, so the 17 years of making music and the whole just everything in general, like that kind of happened. So I don't really remember the Cupid Can Kiss My Ass show. I remember it got a cool write up in the paper though.
Nice. Yeah,
that was cool. They gave it like a little article, and in the article it was me and do you remember Luminol?
Who?
Remember Luminol, the chubby kid that I used to run
with? No, with Modify Psy. Yeah.
You remember Luminol? Yeah. Me and Luminol were in a picture, and we were smoking a blunt in the picture, and they posted it in the New Haven Advocate, and I was like, I can't believe they posted a picture of us smoking a blunt in the Advocate. I cut it out and got it framed somewhere. I thought it was kind of cool.
I always see Luminol at the Gathering. Like he's always there. I see him every year,
Yeah.
That's
cool.
And so I'll tell you one more thing about the Cupid Can Kick My Ass show, because I rapped with Wayne the Pain. He was my boy, and
me and Wayne did a song.
Yep, I know you know who he is. But it's like we kind of met like the year prior, and I think at that time he was actually my roommate. He lived with me for like 6 months, but we were rapping together. And when I booked the gathering, I asked him to come, rap with me, and I split my set with him because honestly, I only had like a couple of songs, and I kind of needed him to help fill the time slot. So we each did a couple songs, and I shared my set with Wayne the Pain. And then so when you invited us to perform, we performed together as a group. We had a group. We were calling ourselves Two Ninja.
Ninja. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, I know.
I remember Wayne the Pain coming down. I did a song with Wayne a while ago. Obviously, I know him, and I remember most of your crew and everything like that, but I didn't remember. I thought I didn't put that on the flyer, did I? Two Ninja.
It might be on we had Two Ninja on a bunch of flyers, like, because those were the early days, right? But Two Ninja fell apart. Like, me and Wayne stopped rapping as a group, and we did our solo things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that wasn't long lasting. Like, we only made
your CD Rhinoglyphics, right? That's what it's called.
Yep.
It's you got it pressed up on CD.
No, it's on Spotify though.
You didn't make copies?
No, 8 years ago I did not make copies. I did not. I mean,
you should make copies.
I probably should, and it probably will happen one day. But
when you make copies, you owe me one.
I made some bootleg copies. Like, I did make like I don't have one handy, but I used some old DVD cases, and I printed out my own sleeve, and I put them in there. So it was like a DVD case. You open it up, and there was a burnt copy of the CD for friends. So I did make a few of those.
Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? When you came down, you let me borrow this movie about
I know,
like this insane asylum. Yeah, and I watched it, but I kind of like forgot what my opinion on it was. But like I remember
it wasn't that good.
I thought it was all right. It wasn't like, I mean, it was a B-level movie. It wasn't anything like crazy, but I thought it was all right. It was cool.
The significance of that movie isn't how good it was. The significance is that they filmed it at the Danvers State Hospital, the real insane asylum that my dad used to work at. And
that's cool. Yeah.
So he used to bring me there when it was shut down, and the place just gave me the fucking creeps because you saw the interior of that movie. Everything is fucking dilapidated and fucking crazy looking, Yeah,
I've never been to Danvers. I go to Norwich a lot. I go ghost hunting there quite frequently.
It's been shut down for a long time now, and I think it's like apartment buildings now. I don't know,
Well, that'd be insane to like have your apartment building be in an old insane asylum. Like, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah, I know, and I believe that I don't know the song, but James Taylor, the singer, he was institutionalized there, and he wrote one of his fucking hits while he was at Danvers State.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I have a song called "Fire Bath Terms" on the Righteousness Gone album. That when I went to the Norwich Insane Asylum to ghost hunt, I wrote it there, but I wasn't like institutionalized there writing it. You know what I mean? But I wrote it at an insane asylum. That counts.
So this is a good opportunity to just talk about this for a minute. You're a ghost hunter, and that's fucking fresh. And not only do you ghost hunt, and I know you do it a lot. I mean, I see your posts, and you're probably the most active ghost hunter I've ever known. And I know a few. I mean, not personally, but I see that there's ghost hunting, cliques out there, and I've actually been on one ghost hunt in my life, and there's footage out there of some shit we saw, but yeah, you actually have a TV show called Ghost Rapper.
Yes.
And it was on what did that air on? I forget.
2017.
It was on like Apple TV, right?
It was on Apple TV. Yeah, it was on Roku or something like that.
Right. That's fucking dope, man. You know, it actually makes the song we did even more special because the song's called Ghost Breath, and I love how Mastermind fucking brings up ghost hunters in his verse, and I know you clued him into that. It's just I like that because it's a part of you, and it's kind of wraps into the song, so it's fucking dope, you know?
Yeah, he I hit him up. He was actually okay. So now we're talking about our song. He was I hit him up and I was like, I worked with Isham. I would like to work. The original idea was to get me, Eidolon. I don't know if you know who Eidolon is. Eidolon's the dude on the Isham song that I sent you back in the day that you used, the Where You At, the one that you used for your Carnival Spirits mixtape.
Yep, I remember, and I do know who you're talking about. Yep.
Okay, cool. So it was me, Eidolon, and him. So we had this. We're like obviously big Isham Nada fans, and we're like, all right, TNT died. We can't really get him. Maybe they might have a verse of his laying around. We could try to talk to Isham. So I had Isham's phone number, and
You were trying to get a Nodis collab, right?
we were trying to make a yes. We were trying to make it MADECIPHA and Eidolon featuring Nodis. Like that was the original game plan. So
Right.
this and the third, Eidolon was like, driving me crazy, which he always does. I'm not gonna diss my boy or nothing like that. But I put him on the Misery song instead. And I hit up Mastermind and I was like, all right, this is what we want to do. How much for a verse? And he gave me the number. And I was like, all right. He's like, when you're ready, send it to this and send a beat. So I sent it to him like a day or two later. And he's like, what's the concept? I really like it. What's he saying? And I was like, the chorus is saying all spirits, all spirits. And I was like, I'm like, I'm from Connecticut. I do a lot of haunted stuff. I'm a ghost hunter and everything. The song's called Ghost Breath. I'm like, your verse doesn't necessarily have to be about that. But I'm like, that's kind of like what we're just going to call it. You know what I mean? And then he gave me a verse that 2 days later, I got the verse and it had to do with that. And I thought that was cool that he was able to do that as fast as he was. Out of all the collabs I have on my new album, which there's a lot of them, there's like 6 or 7 of them, his was the fastest, easiest, most easy to work with out of everyone on the whole thing. For sure was Mastermind. And then it was me sending it to you and you putting your verse on it and going from there. But that one turned out, I had no worrying about that one. There's other rappers that had me like sweating, bro, like waiting for the verse, waiting for the verse. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. That's how it normally is.
I can't say anything bad about Mastermind. If people are watching this and stuff like that, and you're looking for someone to collab with, Mastermind is about his business. He will get you a verse immediately. It'll be on topic. It'll be dope. His verse is my favorite verse out of all the big 6 or 7. His is my favorite one. So I mean, yeah, I mean, Mastermind is the way to go. I'm really glad I did that. I wish that I was able to get Mastermind in Isham, but at the same time, I'm glad that it turned out the way that it did because I like our track. But now that I've worked with Mastermind, maybe I could get Isham to do something in the future. And I know if I could get Isham on another track, I could just holler at Mastermind, tell him what's up, and he'll do it. No problem.
Right. Now you have like more than one Isham collab though. You got the one you sent us for the Carnival Spirits mixtape a few years ago, but I know you said you had another one in the cut, or is that released?
Yeah, it just dropped like on Eidolon's new CD.
Okay, I saw you posting about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's called
Nice.
At the Speed of Life. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the ghost hunting, right? Because I just want to give us a rundown. Like you've been ghost hunting, but
right.
have you been doing it this year? Have you been getting out there or?
All right, here I'm moving real quick. I'm gonna show you this. You see this? Where's it at? Woo.
Yep.
This is my ghost hunting journal.
Okay.
And every time I go ghost hunting, I write in it. So let me see. So there's 466. So this from 9/27/2010 to 9/27/2020, which is in this book, which is 3,653 days. I went to 395 different dates every 9.24 days, and it was like 185 different locations.
God damn. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's dedication right there.
It's it's a lot. And as of recently, like the most here. So now I'm in a new journal. I'm in this one, and I'll read the most. I'll give you like an entry. I'll read something for you.
All right. Sounds good.
On December 7th, 2020, we went to XYZ, which is a cemetery with a little small stone that says XYZ on it of a bank robber that got killed during the bank robbery in like the 1920s. We stayed for close to 40 minutes. We got there around 9:45 and left at almost 10:30. It was me and Trapper Nelson. When we arrived, we both saw a blue aura. Trapper tried to debunk it, but admitted that he saw something blue. Then we heard a deep bass rumble that lasted a few seconds. It was really weird, and we couldn't figure out what it was. We walked around for a little while, and I just like write little things like that every time I go out, and then I publish them when I get enough of that.
That's fucking fresh, man. I saw that picture you shared of the XYZ, tomb or grave stone.
Yeah. XYZ. That's a crazy story. That's a story that I found out about only a couple years ago, and I've been going there a lot. Maybe I found out about it like 2017, and I finally found it. It took us like 3 or 4 times of going to the cemetery to find the XYZ grave, and then once we found it, we just go there and visit it all the time. There's always change on top of it, and like people leave little trinkets and stuff like that. It's crazy.
I know that. I always see that. I actually, I didn't travel much this year, but I did visit a friend in Connecticut this year before the fall, and I went to a graveyard and I saw Barnum and Bailey's grave, and his little midget friend, he was right across the way.
I went there in the summertime. That's P.T. Barnum and General Tom Thumb.
Yeah, Tom Thumb. So Tom Thumb and P.T. Barnum has the big tomb, the big gravestone. I took lots of pictures. I never posted those pictures, but I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to share those pictures that I took.
That cemetery in Bridgeport is really cool. There's like an elk grave that's made out of cast copper. It's all like green copper. It's like a giant elk, and then there's like the castle up on the hill that's like white and everything like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool cemetery. Yeah, I know a cemetery that is.
You called that a castle. I called it a gazebo because it looked like a big, like, ancient gazebo, and it had a statue in the middle.
Oh, okay.
But that's what it looked like to me. And then so that was a fun thing. I wanted to share that with you. And I know you're doing the grave rubbings. I know there's a word for that. Epitaphs, right?
Yep.
So you've been doing that, and you published a book. I actually purchased that book. Maybe you made more than one, but I got one of your epitaph books. And you're going to continue to do those. And you said, I remember seeing the post where you said you think like 20 years from now that they're going to be worth something. And I
hope so. I don't want to sit there and do all this for nothing. You know what I mean? I got hundreds of them.
Well, you know what? There's got to be a museum out there that's at least going to appreciate it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's so interesting to me, and I'm down with the ghost hunting. But let's get back into music, man, because you've been pumping out albums, and I've known you as long as you've been releasing music, because I remember when you released your first album. I remember seeing this shit like being promoted online. Word is bond.
Word is bond.
Yep. So. Yep. Of course, MADECIPHA is your go-by, but you've got the other. Did you have all your other aliases this early, or did that come later?
I had Max Omega. I had Max Omega. There's a Red Light. Yeah, I had them all
Okay.
because that album came out in 2009. And I started rapping in like 2002. So there was like 7 years it took me to finally make an album. So in that 7 years, I had aliases and all sorts of stuff already. You know what I mean? Ready to go.
It's so funny. You did say that you started rapping 17 years ago, but your first album came out like 11 years ago.
11 years ago, yeah.
All right.
It took me a long time to make an album.
Yeah, I mean, look, I started rapping I mean, I guess you could technically say I started rapping in 2004 because that's when I made Dear Joe and Joey. But then it was like,
you start from there, definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how I remember you doing that song live.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, so if I were you, I would start the timeline from there.
Yeah, definitely. But see, here's the thing for me is, and I actually made music before that, and I haven't shared it with anyone. And I made other songs I never shared, and every year I made more songs than the year before. I'm just talking about one or two, then three or four, and then by the time it was 2008, I started collabing with people. Forget about it. Today I have like 101 songs. But I have one album, and my album's only got 18 of them. So a lot of unreleased.
I got like 350 songs.
Yeah, dude. Well, this one right here was your first. What can you tell us about it? Any standout tracks or memories or favorites?
I got King Gordy on that one. He was supposed to be on a song called "Wake Up Dead" on the Modify Psy album. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
Yeah, the song's called "Welcome to Hell."
Yeah.
I see you got 5 a.m. and Mr. Freeze.
There we go. Well, sorry about that. That was like, woo-hoo.
You got Johnny Menace. You got Luminol on here.
Yeah. So the King Gordy track, back to that, was supposed to be on Welcome to, or Wake Up Dead, and in it, I was a big fan of Gordy. I figured out who he was, learned who he was at the 2002 Hollow Wicked. I got his album, The Entity, learned it. In 2004, he came to Toad's place. The only people there that knew who he was were me, this kid Benny Bloodshot that I used to rap with, and this kid Bobby. We went backstage, hung out with him, smoked with him, everything. We wound up doing the song with him, and he sends me a verse, and he says, "I come through ripping your face off. I'm here to kill Jews. Yes, I am Adolf." Now, what the fucked up thing, first of all, that's a fucked up thing to say, but what's really fucked up about that whole situation is Luminol, who was supposed to be on the song, is Jewish. And not only is he Jewish, but he's like practicing Jewish. Like, I used to go to his house and study Torah with him and his dad. Like, he's straight up no tattoos, practices Shabbos, follows all the rules. Like, Luminol is a practicing Jew, follows all the rules. Totally not someone that's like, oh yeah, I'm Jewish, but just does what they want. He doesn't eat pork. He doesn't eat meat if it's not kosher. I mean, Luminol is as Jewish as they come, and I mean that in a you get what I'm saying though. You know what I mean? Like, I mean it in a non-racist kind of way. But he practices it. He follows the rules and everything like that. And I don't want to call him Hasidic because he's not Hasidic, but he's kind of like Hasidic. He got like the little pears. He got the beard. I mean, he's definitely like a straight up Brooklyn Jew, and the dude made that song. So I hit him up and I'm like, yo, I kind of can't have that. And King Gordy basically told me to go fuck myself. And this was the first time of me working with a rapper, like my first big collab. You know what I mean? We paid him $1,000 and it crushed me. And I've hated King Gordy ever since.
Oh my God. That is fucking hilarious. You know, King Gordy has pissed off more friends I know so many people that fucking can't stand him. I mean, I know a lot of people like him, but man, I can't think of another underground rapper that has more fucking disdain for him than King Gordy. I mean, and he's asking for it. Everything that comes out of his mouth is like the most disgusting thing you've ever heard.
But it wasn't like that on his first album. It became like that afterwards, and I never tuned in to listen. I like his first album. There's a couple songs that I really get down with. You know, The Pain is cool, Nightmares is cool, When Darkness Falls on You. That song is dope. You know what I mean? Like he got his jams that I like. I really like that album. But I got the verse from it, and then he changed. He got down with Bizarre from D12, and he got all to that weirdo shit, and I just never really got down with it. I'm not disrespecting it because I got friends that are like in that whole crew, but I didn't know that he was part of that or that was his thing, and I was gonna get that type of thing. But yeah, that one was like kind of hurtful. So I couldn't get my money back for the verse. I had no choice but to use the verse still. So I bleeped out, like I reversed where he said "kill Jews," like woo, 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 woo. Like on that, and "Yes, I Am Adolf" or whatever, and I used it on a solo song because Luminol didn't want to be a part of it, and I just made it an entirely new song.
Yeah, understandably. Well, that's fucking awesome. Let's keep it rolling because you have so many here. This next one, I remember when you dropped this, you I either remember you were asking for, or maybe you were basically saying like a friend of yours did the album art, and that you were all about like having like real art as the album cover and not some like some photoshopped like picture, you know. And so this is a great little illustration. You know what I mean? Like I like.
My ex-girlfriend Anastasia Lee did that cover. She did a really good job on it. I don't talk to her anymore, but she killed it. She definitely did.
No doubt, no doubt. So this album's called "Whom It May Concern."
I got Just a Lot. That's the first time I worked with Just a Lot from Jedi Mind Tricks is on that album. Terrible Things. That was like the standout track on that one. Also, I got Reef the Lost Cause on it from AOTP. Philly down with Vinny Paz and all those dudes. I got him on that song.
Yep.
And that was that one. I don't really ever listen to that one that much anymore because it's kind of like dark, and I didn't really like where I was mentally in that one, so I don't really give that one as much.
It's dark. I'd say it's a little dark. That's a noose you're hanging from. That's a voodoo doll with pins in it. It's pretty dark right there.
Yeah, it's all about suicide and shit. It kind of, I don't really fuck with that one that much anymore. But it was a lot of people like it though.
Right on, right on. I'm trying to stack them right here behind me so we can see the pile get bigger as we go. All right. Now, I apologize if these aren't in order because they might be in order, but they might be a little out of order. Okay. But the next one I got, I actually got 2 copies of this, and they're different. Okay. So I've got 2 copies, but the backs are different. And this is Armageddon Ready.
Okay. So flip them over.
Sure.
Okay. The top one, that's the original one from Long Range. That one is no longer. I bought the rights back to Long Range. So the 3 that you just showed me, the Word is Bond, To Whom It May Concern, and this one I put out on Long Range, and I paid him thousands of dollars, and I bought the rights back, and I put them out on Spider Bite Records.
And so it's a re-release right here.
But let me see the spine. Let me see the spine. No, the spine. The is it black or blue?
Black.
Okay, that one right there is full of errors and got messed up. There's only 10 of those in existence that even got out at all. I threw them all away.
So I have one of 10 right here.
Yeah, that one is 1 of 10. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. And so this is the original.
Yeah. There's a couple of those around, but it's still rare because only like a couple hundred of them were made.
Anything standout tracks or collabs on this one?
That's when I made Spider Bite Records. So the song Spider Bites with me and Anthro was kind of, I don't have any special guests on that one, but that one is when I made Spider Bite Records.
Okay.
Like the actual term. That one came out in 2012.
Hell yeah. All right. Now you you have a group. You know, this one isn't a MADECIPHA album, but this one's Righteousness Gone.
That's me and Anthropophagus. Yep.
All right.
That one has a bunch of people on it. That one got Blackistan on it. That one got Ripper the Transparent Exorcist. That one got who else is on that one? It doesn't have as many as the second one, but it got that one got
you got 5 a.m. on there.
Yeah, 5 a.m.'s probably up there. I think is Pace One up there? No, Pace One ain't up there.
You got Ill and Razor Raps.
Okay, yep, that's on the in between. Yep.
Meta Music. Yeah, and I remember when we went to, when we did shows together, I saw like Slime City like demos sitting around in the lobby, and I took one. I see that's written on the back of this CD, Slime City. I have a Slime City CD that I picked up, like a promo CD from the show.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next one, I got another Righteousness Gone album. This one says Church.
Yeah, that one developed out of all my CDs. That one and the one I did with 5 a.m. kind of got became cult classics, and they developed they caught a lot of heat. We broke up, me and Anthro, right before we even had a release party. I'm cursed by release parties. All my release parties, something happens, hurricanes. I've had so many release parties get canceled because of things that are out of my control. But that one was supposed to be on the 14th or the 15th of February, I forget. But that one got everyone on it. That one got Copyright. That one got Sea Ray's Walls. That one got Just a Lot from Jedi Mind Tricks. That one got Pace One. So that one got a lot of good people on it, and the beats and everything like that. That one hits hard. That's probably one of my more successful CDs is the Church CD.
Dude, I was a big fan of Copyright. I see you got Copyright on here.
Yeah, that's a dope track too. It's a real dope track.
Dude, Copyright was the shit. Does he still? I haven't thought of that guy in a long time, but I remember when I heard of him, I was fucking impressed.
Yeah, Copy's cool. I mean, he'll do verses and stuff like that. I don't know if he's still making albums, or I don't really know exactly what's he's doing or anything like that. But
I'm gonna look him up after this because I'm curious. I want to bump him again. I just remember thinking he was dope when I discovered him.
Check that track out. That track is real sick.
I actually have 2 copies of this one. I don't think they're different. I think I just have 2. All right.
Is one of them a red spine and one of them a black spine?
No, they're both red.
They're both red?
Yeah. All right. So next one on the stack here. Now, this is kind of like a series because I know you got other volumes of this, but this is No Turning Back.
Volume 1. Okay, that one has Burn All the Bodies, which was my first appearance ever in 2007 on the Mr. Freeze Red Snow album, which turned out to be it was me, him, and Donnie Menace, and that turned out to be like a underground horrorcore kind of hit, if you want to call it that. I mean, it definitely had some it had a little oomph to it, you know what I mean? A lot of people like that joint. We did a video for it, but it was really bootleg, and it's kind of hidden now, and I don't ever promote it or nothing like that just because it's so bootleg. But,
right.
But that being said, that the song came out pretty sick, and it kind of I actually got on my ribs a tattoo that says "Burn All the Bodies" because it was my first ever appearance, and I wanted to commemorate it. But yeah, I mean, that's cool that there's a few versions of that song where Freeze had other people laying around on it and everything like that. And on the final one, he put me on it, and I'm grateful for it.
And this is not you on the album cover. For the uninitiated, who you got here?
That's Michael Ross, the Connecticut serial killer.
All right. So this is
this
a local serial killer, huh?
Yeah, he's a local serial killer. Yeah.
From when? Like the 70s?
The late 80s, early 80s, late 80s.
All right, all right. I remember being confused by that when I first saw that album. Like, I don't know who that is.
That's Michael Ross, yeah.
Now, something else about this, behind the CD, you're actually promoting the next album already, bro.
Yeah.
So I got that right here. Boom. Cut your losses.
That one. All right. So the standout track on that one, I really like the cover of that one. First off.
Yeah, that's a good illustration right there.
Yeah, Denise Clark. Shout out to Denise Clark. Love Projections. She comes from like an art family, like her husband Zenjay, her daughter Roslyn. I don't know how old Roz is now, but she's like old enough. They have like a little 3-year-old. I mean, all they do is paint and do album covers and write books and do everything. And I cannot say anything like enough about Denise Clark and her family. And like for a while, she was doing a lot of my covers and back covers and CDs and stuff. Now I have a graphics guy, Thomas Drew, who does all that stuff. But for a while, it was her, and she always killed it. And I really like that cover. I have in my studio, I have the original drawing framed, hanging up, and stuff like that. It's really sick. But with that one, the most. Oh yeah, that's actually do you know Rachel from the back cover, the girl Gypsy Rachel? She's from Philadelphia, the Juggalo Scrubs crew.
Yeah, Rachel Paul. Yeah,
Rachel Paul. She drew that. She drew the back cover.
She drew the back. Shit!
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
oh my god, I can see the resemblance, dude. Rachel Paul went on to do like Dark Carnival tarot card decks.
Yeah, I know. I had one for a while.
Yeah, I have them too. I actually collect them. I have all of her tarot decks.
Yeah, she did that. I have the original hanging up in my studio, and I have another one of her pieces laying around. But Rachel Paul did the back, and the standout track on that one. Excuse me. There's Lunatic is a Typo Negative sample. I really like the band Typo Negative, and we sampled that and made a track out of it. And then there's not any there's the song with Isham. That's probably the big song on there is the Isham song. And then there's a song called The Obsession that tells a story about this girl who I dated in 2002, how she screwed me over for my friend and how I went kind of crazy. But because I went kind of crazy, I started rapping all the time and I turned it into like what is now everything I got going on. If that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But at the time, I was all like, I was writing rhymes about how I was going to kill the kid Steve and everything like that. And we seen him at Hollow Wicked and we punked him out and all this shit. And I was all full of anger and all this energy. And I was so mad and I couldn't whatever that I was writing horrorcore murder rhymes every day in 2002 based on her and this kid. And it helped me develop my style and got me to where I'm at. So without that situation happening, BstMstR, as you know him, wouldn't be here doing what he's doing because of that one song.
Yeah, it's like your origin story. It was like the
my origin story. Yeah. That's a lot of people like it. It's a storytelling song, and it's pretty crazy. But I mean, now everything's cool. I don't really give a fuck about the girl at all. Shit happens, you know what I mean? But at the time, that kind of led me down the path to where I needed to go.
That's what's up, and this has got the track with Isham that you gave us for the mixtape. So this is where it originated.
Yep.
And I'm friends with Rachel Paul. That's so dope that you got fucking some original artwork of hers on your CD. I think that's fucking rad.
Yeah. I got the original hanging up in my studio.
That's fucking awesome. I bought a print off of her, but I have all of her tarot decks. Like, I'm proud of that because
I have that original cover, and she did these original little tiny like stock cardboard paintings, and one of them is the Wraith, and I have the Wraith one. It's an original painting. I have that.
Nice. I probably because if she's shown that stuff off, I've looked at all her things, so that's fucking cool. And if anyone watching like doesn't know who we're talking about, watch A Family Underground, the documentary that ICP put out. She's in there showing off her artwork. If you've seen that documentary, A Family Underground, you can see Rachel.
Yep. She's very, very talented. Yep.
All right.
She raps too.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have a song with her yet, but maybe we'll see what happens.
Bucket list. Now, all right. So we got the next one. I got 2 versions of this album. This is
Infectious Tenebrosity.
Yeah, you're gonna have to help me pronounce that.
Infectious Tenebrosity, the MIGS mixes.
All right.
So tenebrosity means like darkness. Infectious, it's infect with it means to infect with darkness, to like take over. So that album cover is actually this lady on the 3rd floor of my studio, does a lot of stuff with like trees and roots and everything like that, and it's like actually a bird's nest. And her name's Ann Doris Eisner, and it came out pretty cool. Like I asked her, she gave it to me, and I asked her if I could use it for my album cover, and she said yeah. And I thought it would look cool because it's basically just a remix album. Like we took verses I already had, I gave the acapellas to my boy Migs from Canada, and he remade tracks and made entirely new songs just as like a little side project. And the red version, there's only 50 of the red version. That's like the ultra collectible one.
All right, so there's only 50 copies of this. Yep. Super rare, and this is the main one. And I see it below. It says the MIGS mixes.
Yep, the MIGS mixes. Yep. So there's not really new on that joint, but it's like all new mixes.
So really, it's like remixes. I mean, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Now I know that like some of these that don't have jewel cases maybe were supposed to be in the mix. Like this is from 2017, but let's look at this one here. All Bets Are Off.
That's my favorite EP out of the 4 EPs that I have. That's my favorite one. I sampled Joel Osteen really heavy on that.
Okay.
People make fun of me on that, but like when you listen to it, it goes down. It has its own, like it definitely works really, really, really well. It's before each song, like the heart that matters, and just like a little brief clip of him. So that's an older version. That one's rare. There's only 100 of those ones.
Where did I just pull this out from? I like the art on this. I like this right here, the spider bite card. That's fucking awesome looking.
Yeah, let me show you what it looks like now, because you have an older version. Where am I going? You have an older version. There's 3 versions. There's a version like that you have, then with the white, and then from now on, it's always going to look like this. So you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep.
So you have a rarer version. There's 100 made of that one.
Fucking dope.
Do everything in really limited numbers, and I always change the art and the back covers and everything like that to make it collectible for people in the future.
Hell yeah, I like that. All right, let's go back to another main album here. So this one's I like the title of this one a lot. Arachnophobia.
Yeah. Can I see the back cover?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the first edition.
Nice.
There's 3 different versions of that one. You have the very, very first one that ever came out. That's the rarest one of them. Denise Clark, the girl that did the picture of me getting my face cut for Cut Your Losses, she did that back cover.
Dope. And obviously your record label's called Spider Bite Records. Arachnophobia. It's very much in tune with your that's your
word.
And any standout features on this one?
I got Esoteric.
Oh, sweet.
From Scarface, Army of the Pharaoh. I got Esoteric on that one. I got what's his face? Vast from Cannibal Ox. Do you know who Cannibal Ox is?
I don't. I don't know
You
that.
don't know who Cannibal Ox is? They're on, what are they on? Def Chucks. They're on Def Chucks. I'm pretty sure Vast kind of had some kind of, I don't know if he. Oh, I know LP owned it, but I think he might have owned it. I don't know what the story was, but he was on Def Chucks, and they're a group called Cannibal Ox. Anthro really. All right, so this is what happened. That album was the first album I put out after me, Anthro, and Live went our separate ways, and we broke up.
Okay.
Now, I don't like to talk. They were like egging me on online, saying stuff. I was people telling me, "Oh, they're coming at you," and I was kind of tired of it. So that dude Vast is one of Anthro's favorite rappers. I don't really like him, but I don't not like him. But he's he was just like a dude. I was like, all right, here's a couple dollars, come do a song with me. You know what I'm saying? And I went and did that. I put it on Mig's beat, and I did the song with him. And then I put it out knowing he was going to find out about it on some, if you didn't fuck me over, it would have been your beat and you would have been on the song. Don't bite the hand that feeds you type shit. I'm going to make moves without you, and I'm going to rap with your favorite rappers, and you're not going to do anything about it. You know what I mean? How I handled them coming at me, was to get back at them by doing a song with that guy, because I knew it would hurt them. Because they were talking a lot of trash about me. You know what I mean?
No, that's fucking hilarious. Now, I see a bunch of names I recognize on this fucking album, man. First of all, you got Sean Strange on here. That's fucking dope.
Yep.
I like Sean Strange, man. Like, I remember when I discovered him, I fucked with Sean Strange. Like, that was fucking awesome because I don't know, he's got that grimy fucking, he's grimy, dude. Like,
that's a dope song. You should check that song out. The Book of Death you're talking about.
Oh yeah. And obviously Freeze, right? I mean,
Freeze ain't really BFFs anymore, but
right. I see him out there. He's another dude I see at gatherings all the time. And then am I saying this right? Is that Explicit?
Yeah, Explicit. Yeah.
I remember you were promoting an album. Did you produce that album? Did you record that album or?
Yeah, I did. I made that entire album. I recorded it. I got all the beats for it. I did everything, and then she shit on me real bad, and I haven't said anything about it. I'm kind of like whatever about it, but
I was wondering because I remember you promoting it. I knew that it was like a Spider Bite record production, but then I saw I don't know. I felt like, wow, you're not involved anymore as soon as it came out. So I was confused.
Yeah, she kind of used me and threw me away. And
oh, that sucks. But here's the one that really perked my eyes open. You have a fucking skit featuring Little Mattress.
You know who Little Mattress is?
I know who Little Mattress is. Isn't that an alter ego?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who Little Mattress is.
Okay.
Anyway, that makes me laugh because Little Mattress used to make me laugh.
Yeah, Little Mattress is funny. Little Mattress has a song. I forget how it goes, but it's basically like about having a big old truck and a little dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because people who have big trucks have little dicks. And like, my girl lives out in the country of Connecticut, and her cousin is like a country, he's cool as fuck. I love her cousin. I'm not shitting on her cousin. Her cousin Peter is a great guy, helps us out, building a lot of stuff for us, does a lot of stuff for us. He just has a crazy fucking Ford F-350, 15 feet off the ground. Steps got to come down to get into it. Got a blower on it, like the most big ass truck, whatever. And I played him that Little Mattress song, like to see what he would say.
That's awesome. Are we allowed to say who Little Mattress really is, or is that on?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right, because 5 a.m. is one of my favorite local rappers, man. I love he's so skilled. He is lyrically, in my opinion, like one of the best I ever seen. And I wish I seen him blowing up more. I don't know why he hasn't.
That's why I wanted to do that album with him, because everyone said that, and I was like, I want to see if I could hang in there with this dude. If everyone puts him up on that kind of a pedestal, this is someone that I want to make a project with, and
No
I'm
doubt.
glad I did.
Now, I don't have that album, the one you're
No?
talking about. What is it called? Like,
Completely disrespectful.
completely disrespectful. But I did notice that you had to change the album cover probably for uploads, right?
Well, a lot of people got like bent out of shape about it, and I figured it would just be better down the line if I ever got in trouble or something like that. If they tried to play that against me, that it was supposed to be like a BDSM kind of a thing with the girl, but a lot of people made it out like I was like being anti women, and it was like going against the feminist movement, and that we were being like harsh to women and this, that, and the third. So I just kind of caved, and I switched it to puppies and kittens. It's the same cover. It's the same shit. It's a puppy getting attacked by a bunch of kittens. Where the cover is like the girl. I got my hand on her throat like that. She's enjoying it. She loves every second of it. And 5 a.m. is like smushing her face, and she's making the duck face and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
It's a little jarring. I mean, when you look at it, it's a little jarring, to say the least. But I thought that the second cover, like knowing what the first one was, when I saw the second one, I fucking lost it. I laughed so hard. I was like, yeah, that's funny that you went from this to that. Like,
yeah.
But I don't have a physical of that one. And then I was looking here. This is a second copy of Arachnophobia. I guess I got 2 of those. All right. So here's the next one we're going to look at is No Turning Back Volume 2. And I've got 2 of this as well.
I could send you a copy of, I'm going to have the new version of the Completely Disrespectful on Wednesday. I could send you a copy. I'll send you an old one too, just so you can have it in your stash.
Yeah, I mean, my collection is pretty epic, so I would love to have both versions. Now, this, I noticed there is a slight difference between my copies. One has a number here and one doesn't. Let's see if there's any.
One say Doc Jane on the bottom, and one say Doc.
Yeah, because one says like 2015, and the other one doesn't right here. That's a difference.
The one on the bottom, one of the bottom tracks, the last tracks, one's going to say Doc Jones, and one's going to say Doc Jane.
All right, let me see. I'm looking.
What happened was,
I see it. It's white cheddar. Yeah.
Yeah. Does it say Doc Jane?
Yeah, the one on the bottom says Doc Jane. The one on the top says Doc Jones.
The one that says Doc Jane, I did that on purpose to take a jab at Doc Jones by calling him a little bitch, saying it was like I was basically like at the time I was like, yo, this kid's acting like a fucking girl, and like he was just being like a little crybaby and stuff, and he was being really whatever. And then what happened was he became transgender. He became a girl for real. So I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to look transphobic or anything like that. So I didn't want to sit there and be like, look like I was dissing him for that reason when that happened before that happened. So I took all of those CDs. There was 100 of them. I saved 10 copies and I threw them all away, and only 10 of them survived. That's Doc Jane.
So you're saying that this right here, the Doc Jane version, is one of 10 in existence?
10 in existence.
God damn, I've got some exclusive fucking shit here. I do remember you telling me that, by the way. And that's fucking crazy. That's a crazy
thing. Right now, I'm not transphobic, and once I found out she was trans, I was like, all right, cool. I never disrespected. I never said anything. This was when he was when he was a he, when she was a he, and he was my roommate. He just acted like a little crybaby bitch all the time, and I was getting tired of it. So we got into a fight. So I took a jab at him, which I was known to be spiteful and do at sometimes, which is kind of whatever about, you know what I mean? A little spiteful of me, a little petty. But once I found out that happened, I completely got rid of them because I didn't want any part of me being like, I did it because of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is not the case at all. True story. I did not. It had that. By the time she came out as a girl, I had already thrown all of them away, and I was like, I'm not dealing with none of this. because I don't need any more people saying anything more bad about me than they already do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, and again, for the uninitiated, who's on the album cover?
That's Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. Now, I don't have Volume 3, so can you talk about that? Because No Turning Back Volume 3 has like two or what is it? Like almost like a mishmash of like three serial killers.
It's Jesus, mixed like a Siamese twin with Richard Ramirez.
That's what it was. I remember now.
That need that one too?
No, I don't have that one. Yeah.
So I'll send you that one too. You got to tell me what you need, and I'll.
All right. Well, I've got just a few more here, so you're gonna have to tell me what I'm missing.
Okay.
The next one we're gonna look at is I like this one a lot. Zombies Ate My Rhyme Book.
That one I'm pretty proud of. Live Evil did a really good job. That was my favorite game as a kid. I loved that game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and see the original back cover. That you had a rare one. You see on my neck on that one how it looks like there's a hickey.
Yeah.
Look at my neck. You see it?
Yep. I see it.
See that's an error. It's not supposed to be there.
Really?
Yeah. That something happened when they did the thing. There's a filter on or whatever. So there's three versions of that. There's one with me and live on the back cover. One with that mark on the cover, and then there's one.
I got. Oh, what am I doing? I got one without it.
You got the one with me and live, yeah.
Yeah, so I got one with it, and I got one without it, without the neck thing. Because I got two here.
Yeah, that was a total accident actually. But that we just took all the music and we made it into an EP, and it worked out well. Nice.
Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. And then another one here I got is is this Cold Blooded?
Yep.
That's a dope artwork on the cover. I like that.
It's actually like my least favorite album cover I have.
What? You telling me you don't like that?
Well, I guess.
Dude, it's like the dragon's like eating itself. He's a two-headed dragon fucking eating himself.
Yeah, it's a hydra.
Oh, no, three-headed. I see a third one in there. Yeah. Maybe I'll give you this. This is a little hard to read back here, but you know.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah. But I like the dragons. So what? This has got 8 tracks on it. No features.
Nope, no guest appearances.
Nope. And then we got this right here.
That's John Mitty's project.
Oh, you know what? You hooked me up with a couple of his CDs here. You know, I got this guy right, you know, with the fucking alien drawn. That's like drawn in there. But you know, these are Spider Bite releases. And really, the last one I have is this. So I'm missing a few. This is your new album that just dropped on Halloween this year, Appetite for Dysfunction. And I'm proud as fuck to be on this album right there. Boom.
So you need Arguments with God. You need
Arguments with God. That, yeah. And then there was another one. I'm forgetting the name.
No Turning Back, Volume 3, Completely Disrespectful, Modify Psy.
Yeah, I don't have a Modify Psy album. But on this, as you say, right here on the sticker, you've got Lex the Hexmaster, you've got Misery, you got Fury, you've got Project Born, you got Pace One, Mastermind, and Cage, and more, and me. It's fucking amazing. This is a really good fucking album, man. I think the Project Born song is one of my favorites, honestly. I like that jam.
I was supposed to get a verse from Pint Capone and he didn't give it to me, and I'm kind of mad at them because I didn't get it. It was only 2 of them, and not the 3 of them. But whatever. I got it. I was just kind of like I just kind of gave up. I was like, whatever. I'll just put it out.
Yo, I remember you posted on Instagram like a picture of yourself, and the caption that it said, like, you just wrote "A Year Without a Summer" video. And when I read that, this is before the album dropped, right? When I read that, I was like, oh, "A Year Without a Summer" video. Like, and I know you make a lot of music videos, and I was like, whoa, this must mean he's not making a music video this summer. I didn't realize that was the name of the song. I thought you were saying this is "A Year Without a Summer" video. And then I was like, oh no, wait a minute, this is "A Year Without a Summer" the video. I misunderstood.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but yo, I have been.
Have you listened to it?
Yeah, I listened to the whole album, man, and I've been sharing this with like everyone I know.
I see that. Thank you. Yeah, no.
Like, I'm so proud of it.
Our song is the most viewed song I have on all the YouTube ones and everything like that. I get the most likes, the most comments, the most views, and I know that has to do with you and Carnival Spirits and your page personally sharing amongst all your crew. Your crew has always been very supportive of you, and all you mastheads and stuff like that have really always stuck together and been like kind of homies for life kind of vibe since I've met you guys. And I recognize a lot of the people that are commenting and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's so and so, that's so and so, that's TJ's boy. I know who that is. I know who that is, and I get all that. So it's cool to see that they actually. I share my shit. My boys are like, yeah, that's cool. They don't like go and write comments and stuff like that. But when you're an underground artist,
you think it's not as I don't see as many like the tightness. It's not as tight as it used to be. I mean, we're all kind of scattered around. Maybe I'm the one that's kind of like on the outskirts right now, but you know, I shared it with everyone that I care about, my friends that I knew enjoyed my music, and it's been 8 years since I've shared any new music. And some of these friends of mine ghosted me. Some of them didn't fucking get back. Some of them, you know, listened or like left me on red. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking get upset. It's not like I'm trying to sell them anything. I just was proud of the song and I wanted them to hear it. I'm like, hey, I'm rapping again, you know. But a lot of people did get back to me, and they gave me great feedback. I've heard nothing but good feedback from the track, and I have to admit it, like, it's impressive because Mastermind is a fucking legend in my eyes. I mean, Nadis, you know, so for that to be the first song I've done in a long time, it really is motivating to me, and I've been writing. Yeah.
Is that the most high profile song you've done?
Well, yeah, all of a sudden, yeah. My highest profile feature that I have before that would be Jay Reno. You know, he's a tunnel runner.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, Jay Reno, the singer.
Canada. Jay Reno was my favorite rapper who was in the Underground Psychos contest. Remember, with the Players Lounge crew that Axe Murder Boys won. I remember when I heard Jay Reno, that's when I discovered him. He was my favorite, you know, and that's why I got a song with him, because he was my favorite out of all those contestants.
No shit.
Yep. I'll send you a link to that. I mean, actually, that's on the mixtape that we put your Isham song on. It's on that mixtape.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll send you a link if you haven't heard that. It's a good song. It's like I gave him the concept and the beat, and then he killed it. And then I was like, oh shit, now I gotta step it up. My favorite rapper just gave me a really good verse. Now I need to step it up, and I did my best, you know. But
that's cool that you had a positive experience with them. See, I do a lot of collabs, and sometimes I have really positive experiences with people, and sometimes I don't. Like on that one that you don't have, the completely disrespectful, I have Just Allah, Cannabis, like Cannabis from, you know, fucking beef with LL Cool J Cannabis, Apathy, and Diabolic. Oh, you don't have the album with me and Freeze either, the UFO album.
Oh, that's right. Because yeah, I remember seeing like your huge UFO posters and stuff. But yeah, I don't have that. Um, damn, you got a song with Cannabis?
Yeah, it's fucking fire too.
Dude.
It's my favorite collab I've ever done.
Now I'm not really I'm admittedly not really knowledgeable about Cage, but I remember you saying not many people have a song with Cage. Like, where's
Ah,
Cage from?
Cage is from Middletown, New York.
Okay,
He was on Eastern Conference and Def Jux. Like I got into Cage probably early 2003, like January, February 2003.
right
Like
on.
right after he released his first album was called Movies for the Blind. Right after he released that album, I got into him. I found out who he was, got the album, like got into them, Nonfiction, all those dudes at the same time. You know Nonfiction, Ill Bill.
Oh yeah,
Have you heard Nonfiction?
dude, I love Ill Bill and I love Nonfiction. I love La Coca Nostra. I'm huge into Slain. I love all those dudes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cage is like one of those dudes. He's just a little different. He's went in a different direction. He's a little more artsy. In
Okay.
the beginning, he was all about like smoking dust, and he was kind of I don't know. He was kind of a fat white kid who dropped N bombs all the time, and had gold teeth, and smoked angel dust, and then he slimmed down and became all artsy and cleaned up his act a little bit and whatever. But his like style, like his album, Kill the Architect, is real sick.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have that Cage verse. To be honest with you, I'm happy to have the Misery verse too. Nobody has a Misery verse.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what one of the things I said when I was promoting this on my social media is like,
Yeah,
I cannot believe that I'm on an album with Project Born
yeah,
and Misery and Mastermind. Like that blows my mind.
Project Born kind of whores themselves out a little bit. They do a lot of collabs with
Yeah.
anyone who's willing to work with them. Misery doesn't.
No,
Misery doesn't at all.
but I mean, at a principle, as like an old school juggalo, Project Born was the first group signed to Psychopathic Records.
Yeah.
And Misery, everybody knows Misery's history with Psychopathic and his connection to Jump Steady. So it's like, for me, that's like epic to be on an album with them. And even though I know I could get a Project Born collab, in fact, I almost did 10 years ago when my boy Twiz, who's passed away, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I remember Twiz, I told this story before, but Twiz wanted to pay for a Project Born collab. And I kind of like shot him down. I was like, why bother? Like, and now that he's dead, like I wish we did that because that would have been the most epic thing, but whatever.
How long ago did he die? I remember when he died.
He died in October of 2009. So really just 2 years after we started working together. And, me and him I was his hype man. He was mine. And so it all just came to a roaring halt, and it kind of put a rift through our friend group, and nothing was ever the same again. I mean, it was a huge blow for our friend group because he was like literally the best dude.
I remember Dead Body Dan being real upset about it. I met Twiz a couple of times. I didn't know him personally like you guys did, but I remember when it happened, I was hanging out with Dan kind of frequently at that time, and he was really like upset about it, and it was like
we all were, because he was literally, he might have been like the glue that kept us all together. When he left, when Twiz left this earth, like a lot of us stopped fucking with each other. It just is what it is. I don't know how to, it's weird, but he had this energy and aura and this positivity. He was the nicest dude. He made everybody feel like they were his best friend, just this amazing fucking juggalo. Such a passionate juggalo and Star Wars fan. And it just kills me. I think about him all the time, dude. It's like he was like my best friend, but it was such a short, beautiful time because we went to gatherings, we were rapping. I mean, it was a whirlwind of I was rapping on Hightown Records back then, so there was a lot of people in the mix. But Twiz was my boy. We used to go on dates, like his girlfriend and my girlfriend. We used to hang out together, me and Twiz would be writing music, and the girls would be in the living room talking shit about us, or laughing, or drinking, or doing whatever girls do.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, good memories, man. But yeah, so this is it. That's all I got, man. Your discography is impressive as fuck, and
If I stop now, I'm not saying I'm going to, because I still, there's a couple of things I want to put out. Like, I have an EP idea, and I wanted to make 8 LPs, because 8's my favorite number. So I wanted to at least do one more solo album. But if I were to stop, and even if it doesn't happen the way that I wanted to, and I don't get the props that I feel like I deserve, or I don't get the money and the glitz and glamour and all that shit, I feel like years to come down the road, people will discover my music and then be like, oh, this dude was dope. You know what I mean?
I believe that'll happen. Yeah, I think that'll happen for sure. And look, even if you only make one more album, I don't know when that'll be, but do you at least have a verse for my album? Would you please be on the next album, man? That'd be fucking awesome.
I'm gonna do features and stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna like just slow down and like do stuff like that for sure.
All right, good, because you were on my you've been on my short list to work with. But when I start putting out music again, I'd love to get you on one of my releases. You know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah!
Let me know. Send the beat, and we'll make it happen.
Well, I got beat.
In the meantime, when we get off with this, send me your address on Instagram, and I'll get you a package of everything you don't have.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, my producer lives in Miami, so all my beats are custom made, and they're fucking amazing. Some of them I feel like I'm not even worthy because they're so good. But I've been writing for the past 8 years. I've been writing, so I've got like 10 to 15 songs, like rough drafts written. And I'm just ready to explode, man. 2021 is going to be my fucking year.
The verse that you put on my joint was real dark, and it was like when I got it, because what happened was Idolon was going to be on it, and he pissed me off. So I was like, you're not on the song no more. I kicked him off the song, and I needed to put someone on it, and I was going through Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and I saw you, and I thought to myself how I wanted to do that song with you, and I thought you would like be a good fit, you know what I mean? Since like you're a juggalo, you would appreciate the mastermind hookup. I'm like, let me ask him and see what he would do. I didn't know what to expect at first, like which way you were gonna go, but the way that you went, I was like, yo, you killed it, man. It turned out to be a sick song.
And you know, you did invite me to be on a track with you a year prior, and I did not come through. And one of the reasons was because I was out of practice. I was rusty, and I was kind of like, so I was dragging my ass on getting it written. And then I ran out of time because I was going to the gathering. And I remember hitting you up and going, bro, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to the gathering in a week. I'm so busy. I have no time to record. And I haven't recorded in 7 years. So I was bummed. So when you asked me again, the beginning of this year, I was like, yes, a second chance. I'm going to fucking kill it.
Yeah, you did. You killed it. Yeah, I don't hold grudges or nothing like that. It is what it is. Shit happens. You know what I mean?
But I felt bad because I was so excited to do it. And I feel like
what song was that for? I forget.
I still have the beat, and I listened to the album, and I did not hear that beat on the album. So you must not have released it. But the song was supposed to be called "Impending Doom."
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Send the beat back. Let me check
I'll send the beat back to you. Maybe we can still make that song.
All right, let me hear it. Let me see if I did anything else with it.
Right, but when I checked out the album, this might have been well, I don't remember, but it might have been Conversations with God or whatever it was before that, because I can't keep up. You just release music after album. But I listened to the whole thing, and I was like, oh, man, I'm going to hear the song that you invited me to be on, and it's going to be dope, and I'm not on it. And I was like, but I didn't hear that beat on the record, so you must not have used it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, yeah, man. Do you have anything else you want to share? I mean, this has been really fun, and we're almost at the top of the hour. I'm not saying we got to stop, but we might want to wrap it up soon and keep it short.
I'm gonna go cook some dinner and shit, anyways.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting a little hungry. 5 o'clock.
I'm getting a little belly going on. I'm getting kind of a fat kid. You know what I mean?
Well, it is COVID 2020. Everyone's stuck inside.
my beard's growing gray. I'm gonna look like Santa.
Right.
I want to say that a lot of people hate on me for things that have nothing to do with anything at all. Like this person and me got into an argument, so he'll tell you about me and you won't like me because of it. Like don't let shit like that influence. Just go check out my tracks. If I'm not for you, then fine. I'm not gonna cry about it. You know what I mean? I know I got a weird, unique style and that whatever, but I'm a pretty humble guy. I'm cool, man. I like to give people chances. Like I said, your boy TJ over here invited him on the track. I like to help out people, inspire other artists, and do stuff like that. And you know what I mean? I work really, really hard. I put out a lot of albums. Like we just went through them all and everything like that. So it's hard not getting support and hitting up websites and having them not help you out and just doing everything on your own. So the people that actually take the time to listen to what I'm doing and actually check it out and they're like, oh, this is cool, you know what I mean, and get to know me and everything like that. I just want to say I appreciate those people a lot because I've been kind of I don't want to say I got a bad rep, but you know what I mean. A lot of people be hating on me for a lot of dumb shit, and it sucks, and it really does. It really affects the way that things are, and being an artist, that's very difficult. So
I hear that.
I'm a positive dude. I said nothing but love and good energy out, and even to you didn't hear me bad mouthing anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not even there's 5 people that came up in this whole conversation that I'm not cool with anymore that I really don't like, but I don't bad mouth them. I don't say negative things about people. I'm not on Instagram or Facebook disrespecting people. It's not my style. It's not how I operate. I'm all about go something and making music, chilling with my boys, having a good time, and just trying to shine and all that good stuff. So I want to spread that, and thanks for having me. If anyone was listening, appreciate it very much. And thanks to BstMstR, and thank you again for your verse. That shit was fire. I'm glad we made that song, and looking forward to doing another one.
Hell yeah! So we're gonna put links to all your social media. Spider Bite Records. Your Instagram, your Facebook. Any other what other links do you have? Do you want me to include in that?
I guess my website.
SpiderBiteRecords.com.
MADECIPHA.com is probably better.
MADECIPHA.com. All right, nice. Right, we'll do that, man. Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked him out, check him out on Spotify. We'll put a link to his YouTube channel. Go subscribe and check out the tracks. A whole lot of music to enjoy. And in my opinion, your style, the kind of music you make is right up Juggalo's alley. You know what I mean? It's right up their alley. And you are a lyrical motherfucker. So I really do implore you guys to check out this guy's music. MADECIPHA, you're a hard worker, and I've been to your studio. I've seen your turtles and all your I don't even know, your museum of oddities. Like, it's fucking mind blowing. So it's like you're a real interesting guy, and I enjoy our conversation. So until we meet again, and keep up the hard work. And I'm definitely going to get at you about. I'll send you that beat, and we'll be talking.
All right, sounds good, brother. I appreciate it again. Thanks to everybody. Much love.
Have a great night, and everybody else, always remember to fuck the fuck off.